you're going to need a strap or something that you can use that's similar to a strap. So really, anything that's like a strap will work that isn't too stretchy, doesn't have a lot of give. So this is just belting fabric. You could, if you are a quilter or a sewer, you might have some in your home. If you want to use a belt or a scarf, those work pretty well as well. So just make sure that you have that close by. We won't use it right away, but it'll come in handy later. And come to sit in the center of your chair, planting your feet either flat on the floor or on some books or blocks if you need a bit of support under the feet. Your hands can rest into your lap, palms up or down, whatever feels best for your wrists. And then sitting up tall and proud, lift the heart, lift the chest, let the shoulders roll back. And gently start to close your eyes. If this morning closing your eyes doesn't feel comfortable for you, you're welcome to keep your eyes open. Then let the eyes go soft. Start to ease the work of the muscles around the eyes. So you feel as though the energy that you're using in your eyes is diminished. We're redirecting that energy now away from the eyes, as there's not a whole lot you need to see outside of yourself as we begin our practice. We take this time to connect inwards, to connect to a place within ourselves that is peaceful and calm, so that our practice becomes an expression of that peace, of that sense of calm. Noticing your breath, starting to feel your breath as it moves in and out of your body. And then guiding the breath into the belly. So you start to feel your belly expand and contract as you breathe. Creating a bit more of an active breath here. Inhaling and drawing the breath down into the belly, expanding the belly out. Then as you exhale, using a little bit of muscular strength of the belly to pull the belly back in to help empty the air out. Then soften the belly right away. Inhale and expand. Then engaging those belly muscles, pulling the belly in and exhaling out. Let's do a few more of these active belly breaths. Soften the belly. Inhale. Engage those belly muscles. Pull the navel towards the spine as you exhale. Good. Inhaling, filling up, soft belly. Exhaling, emptying out, using the belly strength. Good. One more like that. Inhale, soft belly, fill up. And then exhale, using that belly strength. Good. Soften the belly now, let a natural breath come back in. And we're going to practice our Kapalabhati breathing this morning. So I like to start first with a variation called the candle breath. So you're going to take your right hand out in front of you and point your right first finger up towards the ceiling. So you're going to imagine this first finger is like a little candle just in front of your mouth. So coming to our Kapalabhati breath, as you exhale, contract the belly in. Breathe out through the mouth strongly to blow this imaginary flame out. So it looks and sounds like this. The key here is to ensure that after you exhale, you let your belly soften right away so the inhale happens naturally. We'll go nice and slow. Join me as you're ready. 3, 2, 1, empty out, breathing out, nice full breath out. Inhale now through the nose, big breath in. Breathing out the mouth, nice and slow. Good, one more time, breathe in through the nose, big full breath in. And then let that breath go. We're going to do one more round of the Kapalabhati. You can stay with the candle breath if it's helpful. I find it very helpful sometimes to breathe out the mouth and help imagine that little flame getting blown out with each breath. If you have any concerns for blood pressure, this candle breath is a really great option. If you have no concern for blood pressure, there's no sinus congestion this morning, you can move towards more of a traditional Kapalabhati breath, where we're going to breathe out the nose. It's the same action for the belly, but instead of the breath coming strongly out the mouth, it's going to come out the nose instead. So it's important to maybe keep some Kleenex close by, as we'll definitely clear the sinuses using this breath. So let's start together, inhaling through the nose, exhaling out the mouth, nice and slow and gentle. So your choice, doing the candle breath or the full Kapalabhati. Inhale to the belly, fill up, and begin. Finding your own pace, your own speed, making sure that you feel comfortable in this breath practice, not going too fast. If you need to slow it down, slow it down. 3, 2, 1, empty out. Empty all the way out, very good. Breathe in through the nose, fill up. Open the mouth, let it go. Breathing in through the nose, big breath in. Breathing out the mouth. Very nice. Release your hands onto your thighs, bring them forward. Warm up those kneecaps. Give them a few circles here, warming them up. Holding onto the kneecaps with the hands, straighten the arms, sit up nice and tall. Let's start to take the energy we've built with our Kapalabhati breath and move it into the spine. So now with your inhale, as the belly draws forward, lift the chest, lift the chin, and then exhale, rounding down and in, moving through our cat-cow. Inhaling, lifting up and forward. Exhale, curling down and in. See if you can keep your arms straight, moving through the spine exclusively. You'll feel some shifting and moving in the shoulders and the hips as well. And your head and neck might even rock with the rest of the spine. Good. Let's inhale now. Take the belly forward, lift the chest up, draw your chest over to your right, circle in through center and go to the left. Good. Moving that rib cage around in circles here. We're really churning up the energy, getting it moving through the spine. Good. Let's go the other way, circling in the opposite direction. Let the head and neck move here with the spine. Now coming back into center, sitting up nice and tall. Release your arms to your sides, let them hang. Take both arms out to the side and up as high as you comfortably can. Then turn the palms forward and exhale, fold all the way down. If there's concern for blood pressure, let your elbows rest on your thighs and keep your head above your heart. If there's no concern for blood pressure, you might allow yourself to round all the way forward. Hands coming onto the feet or shins. Inhale, sliding the hands up the legs, sweeping them up past the chest, reaching to the sky. Exhale, folding forward, all the way forward, all the way down. Good. Inhale, rolling up, sweeping up. Big breath in, look up. Exhale, let it go, fold down. Good. A few more times like this. It's really getting the breath moving this morning, getting the body moving. Let's do 2 more. 1 more. Very nice. In this forward fold, bring your elbows onto your thighs now. So we'll all have elbows resting on the thighs. Lift the chest forward, look forward. And we're going to bring the hands here into a little basket shape. So the tips of the fingers are going to match with their partner finger on the other hand. And we're going to start to press into the tips of the fingers. The key here is to make sure that all your knuckles are bent just a little bit. So we're not hyperextending through the knuckles. We're also not locking the fingers straight. Every knuckle in the fingers has a little bend to it. And now press into those fingertips. Good. Still feeling that yogic breath here. You might start to notice the strength that is coming now through the arms to keep this effort in the hands. See if you can maintain the effort in the hands, but relax the jaw, soften the muscles of the face. Good. From here, tone the belly a little bit, hover the elbows off the legs, come to sit up nice and tall. Reach those hands forward, keep those fingertips pressing. Maybe taking the arms up overhead, keep those fingertips pressing together. So this is the challenge, as the arms lift up. That effort of the hands might reduce a little bit. See if you can keep that effort there. Then we're going to release the hands, bring them down and around behind you, reaching towards the back of the chair. Now maybe your chair doesn't have a back you can easily grab onto, or for today, if you're holding onto the back of the chair and it aggravates your shoulders, you can place your hands on your hips. Otherwise, grabbing onto the sides of the back of the chair, taking the shoulders back, hugging the elbows a little closer together, the shoulder blades even a little closer together, lift the chest up, lift the chin up, look up. Pausing here now for a few breaths, pressing down into your feet. Let's wake up the strength of the legs. Holding on to the sides of the chair or to your hips now, tuck your chin in, round your spine, hug the belly in and give a little tug on the chair, a little pull to help accentuate that curve of the spine. Very good. One more breath here. Nice. Then we'll lift back into center, release the arms, give them a little shake. You might roll your shoulders a few times. Maybe you check out the motion in the neck here to see how that feels. Give that jaw a wiggle if it tends to be a place that you hold tension. And then we'll grab a hold of the strap. So whatever you're choosing to use today for a strap, go ahead and grab a hold of that and unfurl it. Make sure you have the full length of the strap. And we're going to take it underneath the right foot to start. Now, if you don't have a strap, that's okay. You can take your hands underneath your thigh instead. So you're going to interlace your hands to hold the back of the right thigh. Otherwise, you'll hold the sides of the strap with the strap underneath your right foot. Coming back to sit up tall and proud, lifting through the chest. Extend your right leg forward. Okay. If you have a hold of the strap, you're trying to walk your hands down the strap enough so your arms are straight, but you're also able to stay upright. You're not rounding to reach forward. Stay nice and tall. Make sure the strap is somewhere just below your toes, that it's not down at the arch, but a little bit higher up. So it's just below the toes. And give a little tug back on that strap and feel a nice stretch down the back of your hamstring or your calf muscle. So if you're holding at the back of the thigh, you're going to reach out through your heel and breathing here. Okay. Depending on what's going on for you in your hip, you might stay here today, letting that hamstring have a bit of extra time to open. If the hip feels okay, you can take both sides of the strap now into your right hand and gently start to open your leg out towards the right. Just go to where it feels okay. You're not feeling any cramping or pain at all. Just somewhere where it feels able to sustain that position. And now sit up tall. Good. Maybe reach your left arm out to the left. Breathing here. Make sure that left foot is staying flat on the floor. You're even using a little bit of strength of that left leg. Good. Then you'll slowly bring the right leg back into center. So it's pointing straight forward from your right hip. You're going to switch your grip. You're going to hold the straps with your left hand. Take your right hand around behind you and gently come into your twist. Breathing here. Find that deep belly breath. Good. On your inhale, come back into center, taking a hold of the sides of the strap. See if you can lift the leg a little bit higher. Just see how that feels. Sitting tall, then gently release the foot down. Good. Let's give the fingers a bit of a wiggle. So I do encourage you to grip the strap with your hands. Sometimes though, if you have arthritis or injury in your hands, it is more appropriate to wrap the strap when you hold it. But if you can, I'm going to encourage you to grip the strap. It's really helpful to build that hand strength. So let's switch sides. Let's take the strap now underneath your left foot, or you're moving your hands around your left thigh. Extending that left leg out, reaching through the heel, give a little tug back on the strap. Again, walking your hands forward on the strap so the arms are as straight as you can make them. Lifting up through the spine. Good. Breathing here, feeling that gentle stretch on the back of the leg. So not going to a place where it feels too intense. If you feel like you're scowling, And maybe you've gone a little far in the stretch, back off just a little. Then take both straps now into the left hand. Keep pulling back on the strap a little bit, that foot's still flexing back, then you can open your leg out to the left. Maybe today you keep your left leg forward, you work the stretch instead. That's okay too. We'll see what happens if you take the leg out to the left. Maybe your right arm reaches out to the right. Pressing down into that right foot, sitting tall, breathing here. Soften the areas in your body that can be softened. Good. Inhale the leg back into center. You're going to take the strap now into your right hand. The left hand will come behind you, and you'll slowly twist to look towards your left. Full breaths, full body breaths. Good. Inhale back into center again, holding one side of the strap with each hand. See if you can lift the leg just a little bit higher. Just see how that feels. It doesn't have to go much higher, just a little lift. See what happens. Breathe there. And then we'll gently release that left foot down. You can put your strap off to the side, not too far though, because we are going to use it again. Planting both feet flat on the floor, palms open to the side, our seated Tadasana. Take a moment to feel down into the legs now. Hopefully we've got a little bit of blood flowing down into those legs. Then inhale the arms forward. We're going to interlace the hands today. Press the palms out if that feels okay on your fingers. Should feel actually kind of nice after using the strap. And then you might take your arms overhead. Now, of course, if interlacing hurts your hands at all, take a hold of one wrist with the other hand instead. Extending the arms up, pressing into the feet. Now, if you have any concerns with your knees or low back, you're going to stay here like this, reaching through the arms, pressing down through the legs. If the knees feel okay on your inhale breath, you're going to come all the way up to standing. Reach up through those arms. Good. Then bend those knees, sit back and down into the chair. Hips go back, all the way back, all the way down. Good. Press into those feet. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, bend those knees, sit back and down. Good. Press into those feet. Inhale, rise up, reach up, feel the strength in the legs, look up, and then exhale, bend those knees, sitting back, pausing right at that moment before you want to sit down. Release the arms, let them come beside you. Inhale, take the arms forward and up. Exhale, let them come down and back. Big breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Good. Sweeping motion with the arms. Nice. Last one now as you inhale, press into those feet, rise back up, reach up, look up, exhale, let the arms go. Inhale, arms up, sweep them up, look up, exhale, let it go. One more time, inhale, sweep up, look up, exhale, let it go. Good. Shake those arms out, shake the legs out. If you're staying seated, that's absolutely okay. You can stay seated in your chair. If you'd like now and you're seated, you can come to join us standing. We'll all come into our Tadasana once again. If you're standing, your hips are right over your heels, shoulders over the hips, palms open at the sides. If you feel steady here, you might close your eyes. Come back into that deeper belly breath. Open the eyes now, taking your chair over to the right-hand side of your body. So you want to make sure that you have the back of the chair towards the right-hand side of your body. And for today, also ensure you've got some space behind you, in front of you, and to the side, because we're going to use that space. And then grab a hold of your strap. All right. So if you're in the chair, you're seated in your Tadasana in the chair, again, taking a hold of your strap as well. We'll start by bringing the strap underneath the left foot. So there's a few options here. You can always create a loop with your strap, looping it around the foot. So especially if you find that the strap is quite slippery and doesn't want to stay under the foot, then using a loop can be helpful. For a little more challenge though, I do encourage you to use the full strap, holding both sides of the strap now into your left hand. The right hand can rest on the chair, and you're going to start to use the strength up the right leg. So press down into your right leg, engage that strength up the leg, stand or sit nice and tall, and then slowly lift your left leg forward. Now the fun part here, I find the challenging part here is to actually walk your hand down your strap, keeping the leg lifted without dropping the strap. Walk the hand down far enough again so the arm is straight, drawing that left foot back. Good. Some of you might stay here working on your balance, working to lift that left leg. Some of you might open that left leg out to the side. Now watch, especially as you're standing, the tendency is to want to lean towards the right. See if you can stay upright. Maybe you stay here. Some of you might work the rotation in the hip, letting that strap slide a little as you bring the leg around behind you, turning the toes to face the floor. Then sweep that left foot forward and up. Good, let's open it out to the left. Again, only taking the motions for you that are appropriate for your hip today. Maybe today the leg stays extended forward or back. One more time, we're gonna open it out towards the left, rotate it around if you're working there, and then sweep it down and forward. Okay, we did it in one direction, you know we've got to do it in the other. So now let the leg come down and back. You might pause here in our Virabhadrasana 3, our Warrior 3. Or you might rotate the leg open to the left and around to the front. Again, down and back. Take your time, there's no rush here, around and forward. But one more time, down and back, around and forward. Good, release the left foot down, good job. Now you can move your chair or turn yourself so that the chair now is on the left-hand side of your body. And maybe today you're not using a chair for your sport, maybe you're using a table or a wall. That's okay, just make sure it's on your left-hand side. The strap is coming under your right foot. Good. The left hand now can rest on the chair as you're holding the strap into your right hand. And then you slowly lift the right leg up. Be mindful of this left leg. If you're locking the knee for support, try unlocking the knee. Use the muscles of the leg to hold yourself in your balance. Walking your hand down your strap. Lifting that right leg just as high as is comfortable. Pressing out through both feet. You might stay here. You might open the right leg out to the right. Maybe rotate it around behind you and sweep it down and forward. Good. Open out to the right. Around again, you're taking the motion for yourself that is appropriate for your hip. One more time. Out to the side and around. Down and forward. Good job. Let's unwind it. Take it down and back. Maybe you hold here. Maybe you pause here. Or you sweep it around and forward. Again, down and back, around and forward. One more time. Take it down and back and around and forward. Very nice. Release the right foot down. You can now put the strap all the way off to the side. We're done with the strap. Good job. Moving your chair now to turn it so the seat of the chair is facing you. Okay, take your time, set it up. Maybe you're using a table instead of a chair. Make sure you're facing your support. Then coming into your Tadasana. So if you're sitting in the chair, you're sitting forward on the chair, feet flat on the floor, all open palms up, lift the heart. Send the breath deep into the belly. Good, inhale now, both arms forward and up. Exhale, bend those knees, sit back as though there was another chair behind you. Reach out through the arms. Good job. Release the hands onto the seat of the chair. Straighten the arms, straighten the legs, look forward. Exhale, bend the elbows, folding down. Being mindful of blood pressure here. Maybe you choose to keep your head above your heart. Inhale, straighten the arms, look forward, folding from the hips. Slowly coming down. Good. One more time. Inhale, straighten the arms, look forward. Exhale, fold. Good. Straighten both arms now, look forward, gaze forward. We're going to take the weight of the body into the left foot and glide your right foot back just as far as you comfortably can while still keeping your right heel on the floor. Then press into your left foot and gently start to straighten the left leg. We're coming into a single leg stretch here just for a breath or two. It's like we're introducing some motion to the body before we go further. Then bending into the left knee again. Make sure the knee is relatively right above your ankle. Okay? So it's not going too much further in front of the ankle. We're going to use the leg for stability here, so we want to stack those joints. And you can turn your right toes so they're pointing out towards the right. So that's a rotation in the hip. Be mindful that that's appropriate for your hip. If not, you can keep your toes pointing forward. That's okay. Good. Then from here, we're going to shift the weight forward. So it's coming down into the hands, and we'll float that right leg up. So again, for you, maybe your toes are pointing off to the right, or maybe they're pointing towards the floor. If you're sitting in the chair, your right leg is extended. Maybe you're using the strap, reaching the right leg forward, maybe taking your arms up. Good. If you're standing, as you have that right leg open to the right, lift the chest, look out over the back of the chair. Good. Press strongly into your standing leg and see what happens when you start to lighten the right hand from the chair. Now, the right hand doesn't actually have to lift, but you're just thinking about lifting, thinking about lightening. And maybe for you, the fingertips do come off the chair and you take your right hand onto your right hip. Maybe. Good. Let's release that right hand down. Slowly place the right foot down where it came from, at the back of that mat. Let's straighten the left leg now, triangle pose. Holding onto the side of the chair, let's take the right hand back up onto that right hip. Maybe reach it up towards the sky. One more breath here. So if you're in the chair, your right leg is out and extended, your left arm up. Good. From here, release the right hand down. Turn the right toes forward, step them up towards the chair. Take a big breath in, look up, look forward. Exhale, fold. Good. Inhale, straighten both arms, look forward. Exhale, fold. Very nice. Stay where you are. I'm just going to turn my chair so you can see the other side. As we come into the other side here, we're going to take the left leg now, slide it back as far as you comfortably can, while still keeping the left heel on the floor. Holding onto the sides of the chair now, straighten your right leg out. Gazes forward, breathing here. Both feet flat on the floor now, bending into your right knee, set it up right on top of that right ankle. Turn the left toes to face out towards the left. Maybe watch that hip. See what feels okay for your hip. Good. Holding onto the sides of the chair now, we're going to shift weight into this right leg, slowly lifting the left leg off the floor. Maybe the left toes are pointing to the left. Maybe for you, they're pointing down. Trust me, either way is not easier. It's just appropriate. What's right for your body? Trust me, there's work no matter what way the foot is pointing. Breathing here. Gazing out over the top of the chair. If you're holding onto the chair, you might start to imagine lifting that left hand off the chair. And today it could be just that. Just think about it. Maybe you lift it off. Maybe you don't. If the left hand lifts, it might come up onto the left hip. Good. Breathing where you are. Good. Maybe you keep your left hand on the chair. That's okay. Then release the left hand down if it's lifted. But bend into that standing leg and settle that left foot down right where it came from. Straightening the front leg, holding onto the chair with the right hand, lift that left arm up, come into your Trikonasana, your triangle pose. Good work. Then release the left hand down, gazing towards the chair, turn those left toes forward. This time we're going to take the right foot, step it back, and come into our downward facing dog. Both heels flat on the floor, hips coming out over the heels. If you're sitting in the chair, interlace your hands, press into your feet, press your palms forward and up. Breathing where you are, deep, full body breath. But if you're standing, looking towards the chair now, slowly walk your feet up towards the chair. Pausing halfway up now as you let your blood pressure balance out. So not rushing to standing. Take your time as you come up. If you feel as you rise up there's any dizziness or lightheadedness, have a seat in your chair. Otherwise, if you're standing, return to your Tadasana. Toes pointing forward, about hip distance apart, palms open, shoulders back. Feel that breath moving now through the body. Let it move. Good. Soften what can be softened here. Good work. If coming to the floor is an option for you, and I encourage you to do it if it feels available, you have support of the chair, so you can use that to come down. You'll start to make your way then onto the floor, bringing your legs up on the chair, allowing yourself to lay down on the ground. Okay. If coming to the floor is not an option for you, that's okay. Have a seat in your chair, and I'll give you an option in just a moment. So those lying on the ground, your legs will come up onto the chair, the spine will lay down onto the ground, and your hands can come to rest once again on your belly. But let your hands rest in a way that the elbows can then settle on the ground. So your body's not holding any part of you up. The body is able to rest. Those of you sitting in the chair, you'll come to sit all the way to the back of the chair. And maybe like me, chairs are a little high, the legs might swing. So you might take a block or some books, place them underneath your feet. And you too can place your hands on your belly. Closing the eyes again. Connecting back into the movement, the fluctuation of breathing. Feeling each inhale as an offering of space. And each exhale as a depth of softening. Let's do a few rounds here of our rectangular breathing. We're going to breathe in for a set count. And today we'll start with 4. We'll pause at the top of that inhale breath, then we'll breathe out for the same count, emptying out at the bottom of that 4 count, and then pausing empty just for a moment. Again, we'll breathe in for that count. I'll keep count, and we'll start at 4, but I'll increase the count as we go. If you find along the way you get to a point where the breath starts to feel restricted, short, or tension-filled, then you've gone a little far. Reduce the counting for yourself. Stay in a place where you still feel at ease as you breathe. Let's start together here by taking a deep breath in and just letting it go out the mouth. Let everything go. Let it soften. Now breathing in for 4. So breathing in for 1, 2, 3. Filling up at 4, pausing full. Exhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pausing empty. Good. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4. Getting full there. Pausing full. Exhaling 4, 3, 2, 1. Emptying out. Pausing empty. One more round at 4 here. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, pause. Exhaling 4, 3, 2, 1, empty out, pause, empty. Let's go to 5 now, inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go to 6 now. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep inhaling 5 right up to 6 in full, pausing full. Exhaling 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Empty out, pause, empty. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhaling 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhaling 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do a round now to 7. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Pausing full. Exhaling 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Empty out at 1. Pausing empty. Now release the effort of your breath. Release the controlling breath. Let a natural breath come back in. Soften the belly, soften the chest. Ease the jaw and tongue. If you're sitting in the chair, from here you can fold forward, taking your hands around the back of the thighs, squeezing in. If you're lying on the floor, draw your knees into your belly, wrap your arms around your legs and give your legs a squeeze into the belly. For those of you lying on the floor, you can ease yourself over onto your side, picking whatever side feels most available for you to go. And then from your side, you're going to turn onto your back, but position yourself on the floor somewhere where you have lots of space around you and you're able to extend your arms and legs out with lots of room. If you're sitting in the chair, you're going to come up to sit up nice and tall, scoot forward in your chair so you're sitting about mid-chair. Feet are able to be flat on the floor. If you're lying on the ground, once you're positioned with your shoulders and hips flat on the ground, bend your knees, place your feet on the floor, and guide your feet as close into your hips as you can comfortably bring them. Maintaining that approximate 2-fist distance between the feet. So it's about the width of your sit bones. Start to press into your feet. So wherever you are, whether you're on the floor or in your chair, press down into your feet. Feel the strength of the legs. If you're in the chair, bring your hands around behind you, holding onto the sides of the chair or onto your hips. If you're on the floor, press your arms down into the ground and start to lift your hips away from the ground, slowly coming into a bridge pose. If you're in the chair, you're lifting the chest up, rolling the shoulders back. Good. Pressing a little into the chair. So staying where you are here, breathing here, big full breaths. Then slowly coming back. If you're on the floor, let your hips come down. If you're in the chair, gently release your hands, bring them forward. So those of you on the floor, bring your right knee now towards your belly. Take your left hand across to your right thigh. Extend your left leg out on the ground so that you can now guide your right knee across your body into your twist. Maybe you extend your right arm out to the side. If you're sitting in the chair, you have a couple options. You can keep both feet on the floor. Take your left hand to your right thigh, your right hand behind you into your twist. Or if the hips say it's okay, and your doctor says it's okay to cross your legs, you could cross your legs here and then come into your twist. Left hand, right thigh, turning towards your right hand. Wherever you are now, take 3 really big full belly breaths. Softening the back muscles, softening the chest and belly muscles. On your inhale, gently unwind, releasing that right leg down. Coming to the other side. So those on the floor, your right leg will go straight, your left knee will come in, and your right hand will come across, guiding your left knee over your body towards your right. If you're in the chair, again, you can keep both feet on the floor, taking your right hand over to your left thigh, your left hand behind you. Or if it's okay for your hips, you can take your left leg over, crossing your legs, coming into your twist here. Wherever you are, stay present with your breathing. That's the key. That's the point of focus for your practice, is your breath. On your inhale, come back into center. Gently release both legs. If you're in the chair, feet are on the floor, scooting all the way to the back of the chair. If you're on the ground, extend both legs out. If the lower back says that's okay, rest your arms at your sides, close your eyes. If you're in your chair, your hands can rest into your lap, leaning to the back of the chair. As the eyes close, release the weight of the eyelids. Let them drape over the eyes. Feel all the support that you have along the back of your body, and truly let your body be held by that support. Give in to the support. As you let go of any residual effort of breathing, come now to simply witness your breath. To watch with curiosity, but not judgment, of how your body experiences breathing. Take a few moments here to be still, to enjoy our own internal quiet. It'll bring us back when it's time to close the practice. For today's practice, I'm going to offer you the opportunity to stay in your Savasana, just as you are, for a little bit longer. This time in stillness is very precious, very healing, a gift, as most of our days are quite busy and full. Even if we're not physically doing a lot, we're often mentally doing a lot. Planning, remembering, analyzing. So if you have an opportunity today to just stay as you are for a little bit longer, allow yourself that time, remain there. If you do need to start to close your practice, you're welcome to slowly make your way up to a tall seat. There's no rush to do that. You can join me in your seat if you are choosing to close practice with me now, or you can remain in your Savasana. If you're coming to close the practice, you'll bring your hands together in front of your heart into Anjali Mudra. Gently bowing the head in towards the heart to honor the efforts of the body, mind, and heart. Knowing that it's all parts of ourselves that we experience in our practice. It's one of the many gifts of practice. It's this opportunity in our day to truly come into contact with our whole self. That now, as you come into the rest of your day, you do so with that sense of wholeness. Thank you for coming and joining again in practice. Namaste.